Before we start the class, remember, it's important to sanitize our place of worship. And to do that, it's necessary the use of alcohol. Let's start the class. If you remember, we are going to be practicing the class of English. Materials for today, and it's very important, 2 bottles of water. So, ask your mom to have 2 bottles, a liter of water, and they have to be filled with water. Let's activate some previous knowledge. Do you remember what were we talking about in the last class, last Friday? Huh? Do you remember? Yes, you're right. Last class, we were talking about an activity, okay? Let's read the instructions. Let's remember what we learned last session. Watch the videos and complete the following sentences. Very important. Some people were asking me and were telling me, hey teacher, why you only speak in English? Well, for this exercise, you will have some Spanish. I want you to watch the videos and then we are going to respond these sentences. Let's start.
Graciela Bertacourt, coordinadora de tecnologías de la información y de la comunicación y directora del Colegio Tomás Alva Edison en Argentina. Dice, el mayor reto es enseñar a los niños y jóvenes acerca del uso correcto del móvil, sobre todo lograr que el dispositivo esté en silencio, en lo que se necesite estar concentrado. A veces esto es un tanto difícil de entender, dado que han nacido conectados y no saben que se puede vivir sin tanta conexión y que prescindir de ella no es el fin del mundo. Casi el fin del mundo, pero no es el fin del mundo. ¿Quién está de acuerdo con esta opinión?
Okay, according to the video, let's respond this exercise. Let's complete the expressions. The Spanish teacher that you remember because it is a Spanish teacher. The Spanish teacher, the article about the use of smartphones. What could be the right answer? Let's see the options. Show, taught, cut, or explain. What's the answer? You're right. The Spanish teacher explained the article about the use of smartphones. Number 2, students that smartphones can be a distractor. Then we have the options. A, taught, the past of teach. B, learn. C, play. And D, it's put. What's the answer? According to what you watch in the video. It is correct. Learn. Students, you took the class in your house with the television, with the Facebook, or with the Instagram, or even the radio, you learn that the smartphones can be a distractor. Let's continue. Video number 2. Teachers of English, and then you are going to complete this expression. Hello, friends, song. Then we have the options. Number 4, teachers, their hands to express hello and friends. Then you have A, B, C, and D. Let's watch the video.
Hello, friends. Y después vamos a tener otra parte que vamos a hablar sobre el tiempo en el que nos saludamos. Entonces vamos a decir, it's time, señalando como si nosotros trajéramos un reloj. It's time. ¿Ok? ¿Listo, compañero?
Listo. ¿Nos acompañan? A las 3.
1, 2, 3.
Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello.
Muy bien.
According to the elementary teachers, let's respond. Teachers of English, sang, told, walk, or said. What's your answer, class? You're right. Sang, the past of sing. Do you remember the last class? Then, number 4, teachers. Then we have the options. A, work. Option B, listen. C, used. And D, went. What's the answer? You are correct. Teachers used their hands to express hello and friends. And they were teaching your younger brother, like from kindergarten, they were teaching the hello and friends vocabulary. Then let's continue. Next video. Watch it.
Quiero que comprendan cómo es un virus. Hablamos de él y volvemos a mencionarlo, pero no tenemos una idea. El COVID-19 ya habíamos dicho que no es un organismo, es una partícula. ¿Sí? Y este COVID-19 está con una estructura semejante a esta, donde nosotros encontramos una capa externa que viene siendo esta parte naranja, y esa parte externa, muchachos, es grasa, es lípidos. ¿Se acuerdan cuando estuvimos hablando de los alimentos y mencionábamos lípidos, que eran grasas? Bueno, es una grasa para proteger la parte interna, que en la parte interna hay una proteína y hay un ácido nucleico de los dos.
Well, number 5, Teacher Laura. Then we have the space to fill in the blank to complete the expression, the sentence. Teacher Laura, the COVID-19. Then we have destroys, eliminated, invest, or investigated. In your opinion, what's the answer? What of these 4 words it's the correct one, the right one, to complete the expression? You're right. Investigated. That's why she created the COVID-19, okay, for us, to explain us about the COVID-19. Number 6, the science teacher walk, describe, drove, or cook. Describe. Describe the COVID-19 parts, and she was explaining for all of us. Then we have one more video. Let's read the number 7 before you watch the video. Teacher Pedro, the song Lluvia Tropical. Then we have the options: copy, wrote, told, or work. Number 8, Teacher Pedro, his hands, wash, listen, watch, or went. Pay attention.
Con este video que se llama Lluvia Tropical, Pedro de la Mar. Gracias.
Cuando está lloviendo, una nube frota el mar, crecen las cascadas y se limpia mi ciudad. Brotan muchas flores de un aroma natural y los corazones laten de felicidad. El que abrió la llave ya la tiene que cerrar, porque hay mucha gente que no se quería mojar. Ya se van las nubes con su lluvia tropical, ya va el sol secando, ya paró de lloviznar.
Number 7, Teacher Pedro. Copy, wrote, told, or work the song Lluvia Tropical? What's the answer? Letter B, you're right. The teacher Pedro wrote. He's the one that he composed this song. Okay? Number 8, teacher Pedro, his hands. What was the action with his hands? According to the video you were watching before. Wash. Teacher Pedro washed his hands. Last video. Number 9. The mathematics teacher, the formulas with geometrical figures. Then we have the options. I want you to analyze the 4 options. Answer, visit, went, or match. Number 10. The math teacher, the results. Check, drew, show, or taking. Watch the video.
Vamos entonces ahora a trabajar con lo que aprendimos. Primero, nosotros vimos algunos formularios. Esos formularios o esas fórmulas vimos en áreas cuál es el área del cuadrado, cuál es el área del círculo y cuál es el área del rectángulo. La primera que tenemos nosotros aquí es área es igual a pi por radio al cuadrado. Pi por radio al cuadrado, ¿a cuál de esas 3 cantidades, a cuál de esas 3 casillas corresponde? Muy bien, si ustedes dijeron que era el área del círculo, pónganselo correcto. Vamos a ver la siguiente. Nos dice área igual a base por altura. ¿A quién corresponde obtener esa área? ¿Qué figura geométrica? Tenemos nosotros que, si ustedes contestaron que es al cuadrado, perdón, al rectángulo, tenemos que es correcta. Área del rectángulo es igual a base por altura. Cuando toma la misma medida, es decir, cuando se considera la misma medida, el mismo lado, esa base y esa altura se convierten en lado por lado y tenemos entonces que la fórmula corresponde al cuadrado. Si tenemos nosotros este resultado ahí con ustedes que lo mencionaron de manera correcta, tenemos una palomita. Pónganse participación. ¿Hasta aquí alguna pregunta?
Okay, so what are the answers? The mathematics teacher matched the formulas with geometrical figures. Number 10, the mathematics teacher checked the results. We are going to continue, but remember we have a commercial break and we return.
Escuela TV se transmite simultáneamente a través de Facebook, YouTube y Twitter. Síguenos. Regresamos. Esto es Escuela TV.
Sigue viendo Escuela TV. Es tiempo de cuidar tu salud, de reconocer tu entorno, de buscar las tendencias, de combinar tradición y modernidad. Hoy es el día de conocer lo mejor de la televisión. Lunes a viernes, 9 de la mañana. Canal 28.
México y el mundo enfrentamos un reto sin precedente.
El COVID-19 es muy contagioso y se extiende por todo el país.
La única manera de contenerlo es que todos nos quedemos en casa.
Si lo hacemos, todos nos protegeremos de la enfermedad.
Debemos ser responsables. Salir solo si es estrictamente necesario, tomando las medidas de sana distancia.
El virus no discrimina edad ni condición social.
Seamos solidarios y juntos saldremos adelante. Quédate en casa.
Gobierno de México.
Ahorita ya, pero de aquí se fue sin cáncer.
¿Qué te parece contar con el mejor lugar donde se expresen lo contemporáneo, lo urbano y lo auténtico de la vida cotidiana?
Quiero cantar a todos los abuelitos, a todos los papás, a todos los tíos.
Tepa 28. Lunes 10 de la noche y sábado 11 de la noche. Canal 28. Canal 28, la televisión de todos.
Esto es Escuela TV. Continuamos. Escuela TV. Tercer grado. Secundaria.
Thank you. We are back. So let's read one more time what were the answers. Number 9, the mathematics teacher matched the formulas with geometrical figures. Number 10, the math teacher, mathematics or math, it's correct. Both options are correct. Math teacher check the results. Let's continue. If you remember, last Friday, we were talking about the simple past, the use of the simple past. What was it? Well, remember that the simple past was used to express completed, finished actions in a past moment, like yesterday, like last month, like last Friday, etc. So, to use the simple past, let's remember the use of past verbs, the regular and the other category, the irregular. What happened in the regular? Do you remember it? You're right. We add the ed in all persons. Hey, teacher, you have a mistake. It's not persons, it's people. No. You can say in plural, you can say people, but it is also correct to refer as persons. Then we have two examples, talk, and then we have in past, talked. The addition of the ed. Play, played. What happened with the irregular verbs? We have to study them as they have special forms in the past. What was that? Yes, teacher, you mentioned it, that they are based in a list. They are titled List of Irregular Verbs, and I found it in the web. Yes, their main characteristics is that they are different. They are not using the ed. That's why we said last Friday that we have to study and memorize them. M is, what is that? I am a doctor in this moment, but in the past, 10 years ago, I was a student in the school medicine. My father is in my house in this moment, but last Saturday, my father was in the hospital because he was sick. You are very intelligent. Well, in past, they were, or you were intelligent. Are, but if I want to refer in past, I have to memorize, that is were. It, in past, is ate. Speak, yes, that is correct. Spoke. Have, in past, it's had. I have 3 mathematics notebooks, but the last year I had 4 cell phones in my bedroom. Then we have just a review, a very fast practice, just a review. Regular, irregular, let's classify them. Was and were, I just mentioned before. That's regular or irregular? You're right. That's an irregular verb. Invited. Invited. Well, teacher, this is very obvious and this is very simple for me. You are correct. Regular. Brought. What's brought? Brought, it's the past of bring. In this moment, I bring just 20 pesos in my pants. But yesterday, I brought my brother to the Macro Plaza. That's an irregular. Match. We use this verb with one of the videos activity. Match. You are correct. This is a regular verb. Yes, teacher, it finished with the ed, so it's very simple for you. I know it. Okay? Match. And what is match? Match, it's when you consider something and you find a relation. 8. That's an irregular. Understood. What's understood? Understood, it's an irregular verb, as you can see it, but this is the past of understand. Understand could be taken like a synonym of comprehension, when you have the comprehension of something. Talk. Regular verb. Growth. It's an irregular verb, the past of write. And dance. It's a regular verb. And it is very simple, okay? Then, today's topic. Hey, teacher, the simple past was very simple for me, so come on. Yeah, today's topic, it's the past continuous. This is very similar to Spanish, so it's not as difficult to comprehend what's the idea. The past continuous is a verb tense, which is used to talk about an activity in the past, but this is the main word. The action is in progress in a specific point, in a specific moment of the past. The emphasis is on the duration of activity. Do we continue using verbs? Yes, but in this time, we are not going to be talking about regular and irregular. No, now we are going to practice and we are going to learn the use of these verbs. First, we need to understand that verbs with ing ending. We have the base form. The base form could be like, in parentheses, like the present. And then we have the ing addition. For example, we have cook. What is cook? The action when you prepare something. Teacher, every day I cook spaghetti because it's my favorite. Well, in progressive, it's gonna be cooking. Do you remember the use of ing from elementary school? I'm totally sure you do it. It's gonna be eating. We can mention the action like a routine. I eat every day at 3 o'clock. But if I want to express that the action is in progress, it's gonna be eating. Speaking, like in this moment. In this moment, what is a usual action for people? People speak and communicate. But in this specific moment, what's the progressive action for the teacher? Yes, speaking. Teacher is speaking. The action, it's in progress. Go, it's gonna be going. Do will be doing. So basically, we include the ing. With verbs that end or finish in E, we have to we eliminate the letter and we add the ing. What is that? Drive. The last vowel, it's E. It has to be canceled. It has to be eliminated. We remove it. We disappear the E. And then we have the ing. Driving. Share, sharing. What's share? Share, it's when you have your homework and then you share your homework to your best friend before the class. Sharing. Write, writing. Dance, it finished with E. Dancing. practice, it's finished again. E, it's cancel, and we mention it as practicing. Then we have at the end of the verb a consonant plus vowel and then a consonant. We double the last consonant. Hey, come on, teacher, what is that? Well, I have the verb swim. I have a consonant, a vowel, and then I have another consonant. In this case, the rule indicates that I have to repeat, I have to double the M. Swimming. Cut. Well, it finished with T. Cutting. I repeat T and then ing. Get, it's gonna be getting. Plan, it's gonna be planning. Okay? So, we are going to continue. I want you to take the material that I mentioned before. We have a break and we will return.
Escuela TV se transmite simultáneamente a través de Canal 28, Libertad 102.1 FM, Opus 1510 AM y Vive FM. Regresamos. Esto es Escuela TV.
Sigue viendo Escuela TV. Él creía tener la vida perfecta. La juventud era el ingrediente para ser feliz. En sus manos tenía un futuro prometedor, pero la salud se perdió y las cosas cambiaron.
Es muy popular, ¿no es así?
Una comida para el corazón. Lunes a viernes, 1 de la tarde. Canal 28.
Escenario 2 de la epidemia de COVID-19. Pero con agua y jabón alejas al coronavirus. Yo, Susana Distancia, te diré cómo hacerlo. Moja tus manos, aplica suficiente jabón, frota las palmas y luego los dorsos, talla los dedos entrelazados, pulgares y nudillos. Enjuaga bien con agua y sécate muy bien. Todo debe durar al menos 20 segundos. El lavado de manos es nuestro mejor aliado. Y no olvides, quédate en casa.
Gobierno de México.
La mejor oportunidad para que nuestros niños recorran el país es una aventura que genera participación y le ayuda a reconocer nuestra cultura. La Lleva México. Martes y jueves, 4:30 de la tarde. Sábado y domingo, 8:30 de la mañana. Canal 28. Canal 28, la televisión de todos. Clasificación A.
Esto es Escuela TV. Continuamos. Escuela TV. Tercer grado. Secundaria.
Thank you. Let's continue practicing English. Active pause. What was that? Some people ask me, hey teacher, it was the class of English. Why were we practicing or working out, doing exercise? Well, if this is not the sport class, well, doctors, according to doctors' investigations, they mentioned that when we have physical breaks, when we practice something that involves physical activity, our body produces endorphins. And that substance, it's good to work our brain. Let's make an active pause. Did you take the bottles of water that we mentioned before? I hope so. Probably your mom helped you. Okay, so I'm going to disappear and I will be part of the screen. I will become a cartoon. Remember what happened in the last class. Active pause. I want you to participate. Invite your brother with the bottles of water. Let's stretch our body. Today we are going to be working our biceps. Okay? Take the bottles of water. We have to make 10 by hand, take by arm. So let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Continue. Keep doing it. We have to make 20. It's harder, but you are going to be stronger. This is our active pause. We work our bicep. Now we return and we continue talking about what is the past progressive and what's the use of past simple. One person asked me, "Hey teacher, can we mix? Can we use the simple past and can we use the past continuous?" Yeah. In one expression, is that possible? Yes, it is possible. Just remember, the simple past marks and indicates a specific moment in the past, marks a specific moment. But what happened in the past continuous? The past continuous, it's not just an action that is finished. The past continuous indicates something that is during a specific moment. Okay? Like example, we have, I was eating dinner. Yes, we talk about a past moment, but we mentioned that a specific action was in progress, different to the past. The past is, he called me. Well, how can we use both tenses? Let's read the first one. I was eating dinner. Interruption. What finished my action? When he called me last night. Or we have another example. When he called me last night, comma, and then I mentioned what was happening with me. I was eating dinner. So in a expression, we can mix, we can use the past continuous and the simple past. We can express ourselves in past continuous using was, as you realized in last slide, but was, it's gonna be for I, personal pronoun, when you refer in personal pronoun. He, remember, this personal pronoun, it's when we express information about a boy. She, when we talk about a girl. And it. Do you remember when do we use it? You're right. When we want to talk about an object or an animal. Well, I have to use was in this case of personal pronouns. When do I use were? You, we, and they. After the use of was and the use of were, I have to study them. You have to memorize that. It's not possible to say, I were. Nah, that will be a big mistake. No, it's gonna be you have to study and practice. That is, I was, he was, she was, or it was. You were, we were, and they were. Plus, now we use the verb with the ing, the ones we have mentioned during this class. The verb with the ing ending. You're gonna help me. Here we have something that is not in the present. Number one, Goku was transforming into a Super Saiyajin. Do you remember this moment when Goku was fighting with Freezer after Freezer killed Krillin? One more time. Then we have a very famous singer in Monterrey. El Babo was singing Pollo y Conejo song during the concert. But the concert is not in this moment. It was in the past. But it was in this specific moment, it was the continuous action with the microphone. Let's see the number 3. What happened? What was happening in the number 3? Rogelio Funes Mori was scoring an excellent goal. Do you remember this moment? Yeah, I do it because I was in the stadium in that night and it was the final minute. And then, Tigres fans, don't get mad. I have your example too. Nahuel Guzman was stopping a penalty kick. Do you remember this moment? Christmas versus America? Nahuel was like the superhero, okay? Number 5, Susana Distancia. Susana Distancia was inviting us to respect the distance. Facebook people, don't talk about Abraham. Abraham is not in this class, okay? Then we have a very famous anime, Ranma. Ranma was practicing martial arts. Let's continue with number 7. What happened, or what was happening here? Dracula was transforming, ing, and I am talking about someone else, so I use was into a bat, and then we have the action. One of my favorite sportmen, Tom Brady, from the Pats. Tom Brady was winning the Super Bowl. Now Tom Brady changed, and now he moved to Tampa Bay. Number 9, the werewolf, there's one, the werewolf was hunting a man. What is hunting? Killing, okay? So let's continue doing and making some examples about the use of past progressive. Yesterday, I was discussing with my best friend about, hey, no, this is wolf man. No, it's werewolf. Well, werewolf, it's when the appearance, it's more like an animal. In wolf man, it's also correct, but when the major part, it's more similar as a human. So wolf man, it's more human, and werewolf, it's more animal. Then we have some very famous guys. They were dancing. We are talking about BTS band, okay? Then we will have our reading time, but we have a break. We will return.
Escuela TV se transmite simultáneamente a través de Facebook, YouTube y Twitter. Síguenos. Regresamos. Esto es Escuela TV.
Sigue viendo Escuela TV.
No comparta rumores sobre el coronavirus. Seamos responsables y dejemos de alarmar a los demás. Comparte solo información de sitios confiables y mantén la calma. Recuerda que la responsabilidad es de todos. En Canal 28 y Radio Nuevo León, estamos contigo.
Y rezago por años. Elegimos mirar diferente y remodelamos por completo la clínica del León, donde más de 52,000 derechohabientes reciben atención médica de calidad en una clínica digna. Esta es la mirada diferente. Gobierno de Nuevo León.
No solo se encuentra en el exterior, el planeta recubre sus más importantes tesoros con sus imponentes montañas. Entre toda esta inmensidad se encuentra una cueva muy importante. El sitio marca el inicio de toda una región. Es muy posible que esta, la Sierra de Nuestra Señora de los Remedios, sea el lugar de la fundación del nuevo Reino de León, hoy Nuevo León.
Canal 28, la televisión de todos.
Esto es Escuela TV. Continuamos. Escuela TV. Tercer grado. Secundaria.
Good, it's good to be back. Then we have the reading time, our reading time. Remember that reading comprehension is very important, the practice. So we are going to read. I'm going to start to read and you're gonna be reading along with me in your house. So let's start. Today we have something about Robin Hood. Let's start. It was the middle of the day in Sherwood Forest, and Robin Hood and his friends were doing different things. The weather was fantastic. The sky was blue and the birds were singing in the trees. Even the butterflies were very happy and were flying in circles in the air. Two frogs were jumping in the river, and of course, Robin's dog were also jumping, because at last Robin and Marian were together. Keep reading with me. I changed the slide. Everything was perfect. John was fishing in the river because there was going to be a party that night to celebrate Robin and Marian's union. Tim and Bob were preparing the saucepan to cook the fish which John was trying to fish. Ben was washing the clothes to wear at the party that night. Marian was brushing her hair to put in a bun. Last slide. Paul was riding his horse because there was going to be a competition and he wanted to win it. Robin was reading a book, but he fell asleep under a tree. Everything was ready for that night's celebration. I'm sure that they had a fantastic time with all preparations. We finished our reading. Then we got an activity. According to the reading, match the following questions. What time was it? Then we have the options. You're right, it was the middle of the day. Number 2, where were these people? In the Sherwood Forest. Number 3, what was Marian doing? She was brushing her hair. Number 4, what was Robin doing? Let's see the answer. He was reading a book. Number 5, what were Bob and Tim doing? They were preparing the saucepan. The saucepan, it's the container. Let's continue. Number 6. What was Paul doing? What could be the answer? He was riding his horse. Remember that horse, it's an animal, okay? Then, where were the frogs jumping? Answer. In the river. Where were the birds? Number 8. You're right. In the trees. What were the birds doing? Number 9. They were singing. Last one. What was the weather like? It was sunny. Last Friday, we talked about the weather conditions. Then, if we continue and we repeat and we read one more time, we can find some past continuous or past progressive. We're doing, we're singing, we're flying, you're correct, we're jumping. We're also jumping. Then, second slide, analyze it. Can you find past progressive? You're right. Was fishing, was going, were preparing, remember was and were, and then the ing, was trying, was washing. And the last one, was brushing. When we refer, was brushing her hair to put in a bun. Last slide. Let's continue analyzing. Yes, was riding his horse. Was going. Was reading. Then we have our second active pause. Now we are going to work out our abs. Pay attention and invite your family. Get on the floor. Let's stretch our body. Stretch our body. Remember that it's important. A warming up exercise. And then let's work out our abs. Be ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue doing it. It's hard because probably you don't have the habit to be doing abs or working out your abs, but it is very important and you can do it in your house. You don't need something in a specific. You can practice and you can work out your abs in your house, okay? And then you will get your six-pack. Mental map. Why do we have now a mental map? Well, remember, it is important to practice mathematics. My father bought 5 pizzas. If each pizza has 8 slices, the question is, you are not going to copy anything. No, this is just mental. How many slices are in total? How many slices are in total? What's the answer? Well, if we multiply 5 pizzas per 8 slices, then we have our result. And you were correct. It's 40. It's important to practice mathematics. Then we have our speaking time. We are almost finishing class. For this speaking activity, I got some of my students, and then we have students' participation. Marifer, Megan, Isaac, and Chuy. What's gonna be happening right now? Well, We have a question for one of my students. What were you doing when you were a baby? Please, let's pay attention and listen.
Hi, my name is Marifer and I'm from Escobedo. I was eating every 3 hours. I was crying so much during the day. I was sleeping so much. I was smiling when my dad arrived home. I was using diapers all day.
Then we got
Thanks for all.
Then we got the question, thank you to Marifer. Then we got the question number 2. What were you doing yesterday? Another student, pay attention.
Hi, my name is Jesus Eduardo Campos Garibay and I am from Escobedo City. I was listening to the radio when my phone rang. I was cooking yesterday at 7 o'clock. I was answering a test online at 3 p.m. I was talking with my best friend before I slept. I was drinking a milkshake when my mom watched a film. Thank you all and bye-bye.
Thank you, Chu, for your participation. Next student, what were you doing 7 years ago? Not today, 7 years in the past.
Hello, my name is Isaac and I am from Escobedo. I was practicing soccer every day. I was sleeping after school. I was taking English lessons on Saturdays. I was doing my homework at afternoon. I was fighting with my brother all day. Thank you, goodbye.
Thank you, Isaac. And last one. What were you doing on your last birthday?
Hi, I'm Megan, and I'm from Sabinas Hidalgo. I was playing video games with my friends. I was eating pizza during my party. I was taking pictures with my new cell phone. I was opening presents with my family and friends. I was celebrating when everybody sang happy birthday song to me. And that was it. Thank you.
Okay, so special thanks to Marifer, Megan, Isaac, and Chuy from Secondary 37, Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra. It's a real pleasure to be your teacher. I'm so proud of you guys. So, according to this class, you have to remember something. What is what we learned today? Well, the use of past progressive, the use of ing verbs, but before that, it is important to recognize the use of was, the use of were, but you have to memorize the rules. When do I use ing? When do I cancel? When do I eliminate the e? And when do I need a complement? If I say, I was doing, okay, but you can complete this expression. I was doing what, teacher? Well, I was doing my homework. Teacher, my father was sleeping. But you can complete this expression, not only say sleeping. Okay, my father was sleeping all Saturday because he was very tired. if we express and we give details, our information is going to be more complete. For today, we finished our class. It was a real pleasure to be your teacher here on television. Just remember something. Stay home, very important. Stay safe. Take care of your family. Don't go out your house. Stay home. It's very important. It was nice to meet you, and that's all for today. So, thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Gobierno del Estado de Nuevo León presentó Escuela TV, un programa de la Secretaría de Educación, Canal 28 y Radio Nuevo León. En época de contingencia, existen medidas que entran en acción para proteger tus finanzas.